So there you go, that is our pecan pie bars made. Look at those. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing an American classic actually. But you know, it's known all over the world. We're going to make a pecan pie. But we're not making a pie. We're going to make pecan pie bars. Same ingredients, virtually, in 2 bars to eat. Fantastic. So I've already started cutting pecan nuts, okay, but I know someone will say, how did you chop the pecans? Well, here you go, like that. Job done. Right, we want that in a bowl, so put all those in a bowl. I must admit it's a real boring job chopping those, so I'm not going to go through all of that. There you go, chopped pecans, one side. Right, in here, flour. What we need to do is make a crust. Bake the crust first. And, you know, ideally 8x8, I'm using a 9x7. When I make my bars, I try and use an oblong pan. It just then, if you cut it, you've got nice bar shape, you know, instead of messing around with squares. Okay, I've got flour in here. Look, this is powdered sugar, regular powdered sugar. Give that a little stir through. Now I want some salt actually. I want a little bit of salt in the crust. There's quite a lot of sweetness going on here. Right, in there with your butter. And get your hands in and mix it in. We want a dough, a nice dough. So there you go, that only took about a minute to bring that together. You know, it doesn't take very long. We want to take our tray that we are going to use and we want to put the dough in there. So it's a case of just squash it, maneuver it, get it in there. And I'm going to use a spoon in a minute like I normally do. It just helps me push it round. Obviously you can use anything that you normally use. We are going to bake this in the oven. Oven on 175, 350. And we will bake this for about 15 minutes. Blind bake for about 15 minutes and then bring it out. Now you do not have to dock this with a fork or anything. It shouldn't puff up as such because of the amount of fat's in there with the butter. There we go, that's as good as I'm going to get it today. Right, get that in the oven. Okay, when you've had 15 minutes on there, let's get that out. Put it to one side to cool down. So that'll cool down nice and easy on there, look, while we make our filling. Okay, let's put the filling together. That is our pecan nuts, obviously, in there with our sugar. So if you get any lumps in your brown sugar like I have, just break it up. Right, in there, a little bit of salt. That's going to ignite our taste buds. In there, a little bit of vanilla. In there, corn syrup. And we got a couple of eggs, so just give them a beating. And in there. And we need to bring that in. Take our shortbread biscuit base and all that lot on there. Okay, what you can do, you can try and fancy it up a bit. Just put a few pecans on there. And we're trying to put them on the inside down so that we get a bit of a design going on with the pecan. Now we are going to bake like this. What we're going to do, we have to watch it. We have to watch for about halfway. If the pecans are starting to get too dark on top, we have to cover. So there you go. Let's get that back in the oven. Okay, when you've had your time, let's get that out of there. Oh, look at that thing. There you go. We're going to let that cool down completely, and then we're going to take it out of there and we'll cut a slice or two. Fabulous. So there you go. That is our pecan pie bars made. Look at those. Oh, come on. Oh, look at that shortbread biscuit there. Oh, and look at that, how moist that is. Look at that stickiness. Come on. That is super. That is ridiculously good. It's so buttery. It's not overly sweet, even though it's packed with sugar. That is delicious. Incredible, incredible. Wow. That is our pecan pie bar made. That is superb. Well, if you like pecan pie, you're going to love this. It's so buttery. It's not overly sweet. It's full of all those pecans. It's absolutely delicious. Well, if you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make the pecan pie bar. And, you know, I'm going to put kettle on in a minute. I'm going to finish this and put kettle on. If you like what we're doing, a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.